Okay, I'm here. I'm kind of nervous. That's what the building looks like, and actually I work there.
Can you taste it? Is
A
it in
little,
there?
a
I'm
little.
sorry. I sometimes get kind of quiet when I'm working, so that's why it's okay with me if you talk while I'm working. It's okay. It's not gonna like interfere with what I'm doing. At least not during this part at all. So if I get silent and you want to know something, let me know.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with just wiping with a little bit of alcohol. Okay. I'm going to pinch you just a little bit down here, and you're going to feel a little poke. 1, 2, 3. And then a sting. So now I'm using a cannula, it's called, which is a really popular way to do filler these days because it's safer and there's less chance of bruising. But what's nice about it is it's not a needle. It's not sharp. It doesn't cause trauma, and it doesn't hurt as much. It's still a little zingy. You're gonna feel some tenderness up here, okay? And the funniest part about filler is that it makes weird noises. You almost hear like little squishy sounds or crackly sounds. That's pretty normal. And I have a little alcohol in my swab so that I'm constantly cleaning. Doing okay? I'm giving you a little support under your under eye. It feels really weird usually. And then I keep working up in this area to give you a nice, like, high swooping cheekbone look. That looks amazing.
Oh my god.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
I'm gonna do a little more because why not? That's looking so good, and we're not even close to like a too much kind of scenario. So just more of the same. Is it hurting?
No, just little pinches sometimes.
What's nice also is there's a little lidocaine in the fillers. And so as I go, it does get more numb, which is helpful. So I'm going to come back a little bit later and layer a softer filler up more into your tear trough to smooth it out a little bit more. For now, we just want to make sure we get plenty of support in the cheek underneath it. Probably going to be right in the way of your other camera. Is that okay? You'll get a lot of video of my backside. So same thing, we're just gonna numb up one little spot. a little sting. And sometimes one side feels a little more sensitive than the other. So this might be more sensitive on this side. So what's nice is being able to do all of this work from just one little spot. It really has reduced how much bruising we see with this kind of thing, and swelling and soreness. The results are also a lot smoother, more natural looking. Basically, I just keep layering little bits on top of each other, kind of spread it out so that it's nice and even. Take a little peek.
Oh my god.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
You look amazing. Okay. So I'm gonna do a little more direct, like under eye work. So I'm gonna use the same spots, which again just really keeps it less traumatic, overall less uncomfortable. And I want to stay a little bit out of the main tear trough because getting right in there too superficial can block the lymphatic drainage from that area and make it puffy here and there. As your eye requires lymphatic drainage, it can get kind of clogged up from filler. Can you see?
I can see one looks like I'm dead and one looks like I'm alive.
Oh my god, you're so funny. I guess that's one way to look at it, for sure. And do the last little bit on the other side. That's it. So the next part is I'm going to do your chin.
It's funny, the noises.
I know, it's super creepy, isn't it? It's like, ooh.
Kind of sounds like you're tearing apart celery or...
Oh my god. Oh, gross. Yeah. So the chin can be done in a variety of ways, but I'm going to use a needle because it's a little easier to deposit that filler exactly where you want it to be. The important thing about using a needle is to use really good safety techniques. So keeping it stabilized, keeping it still, and aspirating, it's called. So it takes a little bit of time, but it just makes sure that we don't get into a blood vessel with it. That's what we don't want. And we numbed up a little bit here, but you are still going to feel this a little, okay?
Sorry.
Sorry. Oh, it's okay. Go ahead. Do you need a cough?
No, it's okay.
It's the alcohol, isn't it? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, I apologize. How was that?
It's more
Okay.
the noises that, yeah.
It is, for sure. I'm going to do a little bit on the side as well of the chin.
Feels a little tighter on the chin than on the cheeks.
There's a little less space there. Beautiful. Yay. Now, I like to use a little bit of lotion afterwards to help me smooth that area.
Mm-hmm.
So, do that. Can you see the difference?
Yes.
So cool.
I always felt like my chin was short.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
They get tucked in a little bit too far. Both the Botox or Dysport, I don't know which one you had, I didn't see, are really helpful for that, along with the filler. They're both really, they contribute because the Botox or Dysport keeps it from puckering in and holding tighter toward the bone. And then the filler actually adds to the chin itself, so.
Wow, I almost have a skinny face.
Oh my gosh, you just
like, you know, the
have a
little hollow.
contoured.
Yes.
You have a good contour now. Ooh, that's exciting. Okay, so next up, we're gonna do some lips. Feel ready for that?
Mm-hmm. You're gonna do a little bit on both, right?
Upper and lower?
Yes.
Yes, in fact.
I feel like the lower one's smaller. I don't know why.
Yeah, I can see why you are seeing that because your upper one is wider. It's fuller out wider. And your lower lip tucks in a little bit earlier, so it makes it look like it's smaller. But really together we're gonna like figure out as I go along
Like
what
a
you want to
balance.
see. Yeah, because often when we put a little in one, suddenly you will find that you need to put some in the other to keep it looking proportional. But everyone's preference is also different, so I can start with the lower lip and we can kind of get it where you want it, and then encourage the upper to equal that out. So I'm actually going to adjust you a little bit, okay?
Okay.
There are so many different techniques for lips, and it's just important that you tailor it to what you want. Not everyone's is going to behave the same. Okay, so now we have to look at it together, and together we figure out what else.
my
They're
mom.
numb, they're all crooked. Yeah, it's because you can't even tell where they're sitting.
Looks so much better.
Yay! I'm gonna do a little bit more on this side on your lower lip. Okay, so now upper lip.
Mm-hmm.
So some people really like to encourage lifting out this way. Some people like their Cupid's bow, they just want more of it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a feeling about that? What would look the way you want? Or do you want just plumper? Yours, but plumper.
I think so.
You have a really nice crisp line, and I can just make the pink under here look more pillowy, like that. Okay, we'll do that.
Am I drooling?
No?
I better
You
not
are
be.
right there. Sorry. No, my bad. It was on the other side. It's okay. Natural part of having filler. Will that be one of the parts you cut?
Maybe.
I
That was
normally I normally make a promise that I won't let that happen, but I couldn't see it. I'm so sorry.
I was like, it's either blood or drool.
Like something is dripping. Can't tell what it is. And you can see on here there's a little bruise right there. That's pretty normal for doing lip filler with a needle. It will heal that fine, but bruises can feel or look a little bumpy while they're healing, and they go away. So it's just important to know that they will go away. Don't worry, I'll make it look a little more tidy in just a sec.
No, I was going, oh my gosh.
Just feel bad, it looks a little bit untidy at the moment. So I'm gonna grab a little lip ointment because that will help me make sure that it's as smooth as it can be. It's always a little bumpy looking at first. When we say that someone is fresh off the needle, that means they just had all the pokes. And because of that, everything looks a little bit abused and often bumpy. So it's always, I think, we all have our own way, but I think it's always important to make sure that we mold and encourage the shape and smoothness of filler. We don't just inject it in there and then let it sit there. We have to kind of shape and push it around a little bit. I call it manhandling because we have to press kind of hard in certain ways, but it makes a big difference in the overall effect to make sure that we're not just leaving big dollops of filler all over the place. And it's those little bumps that you see from pokes that heals over that 2 weeks and smooths out and becomes a smooth lip. And it's hard to see that right at first because of all the pokes, all the bits of trauma that we do.
I already like them how they are right now.
I know, right? You're gonna look at when you smile. Oh my god.
I like this.
Then you might want more after it heals, which is fine. We'll just do more. No problem.
Wow.
That looks incredible. I realized that, I don't know if you got, oh, they did do your jaw the other day, yeah?
Botox, yeah.
You look amazing.
Stop.
Oh my god. Oh, there's one thing I want to do. This side keeps looking like, often the sides of our lip, different sides are different shapes, but I just want to make sure I'm not setting it up for some asymmetry. Sorry.
So I'm in the bathroom right now. I just got ready for work. Yesterday I forgot to record at night, but my lips were really extra bruised. But everything else was fine. They're still a little bumpy, but Dr. McCann said that was normal. I just put Aquaphor on at night, not right now. Right now I put this on because it's really moisturizing and it's not sticky, but I like how my cheeks and my chin look a lot, and my lips.